I just had to do a review of Sinners. I couldn't complete the whole movie because there was mice in the movie theater. Yes, Tribeca, I'm putting y'all on blast. Tribeca by the World Trade Center got freaking mice. And I felt bad because my father bought the tickets and the mouse came up the second time. I was like, I gotta go. I have a phobia. I can't with mice. Like, even in my own apartment, the next day I got an exterminator. I don't play with mice. I can't. Some people, they fine with it. I think with mice, I don't like them because I can't control them. They're too intelligent. Like, a mouse is just like, and then they duplicate. You know what I mean? Like a water bug you can stomp out. A roach you can step on. I was thinking about people who have rats for pets. You have to keep them caged. You can't just let them, like a dog, you could let them walk, whatever, and they still know to listen to you. But a mouse, no. Snakes too, like snakes, I could never have, because a snake one day gonna bite your ass, and it's not just a metaphor, it's real. So I left out, but the little that I did see of Sinners, I do not like it because it implies that, because when I look at movies, I look at the whole point of view. I feel like people who like Sinners, they want to blame white people for our problems, and it's not their fault. If you read your Bible, there's been division with black people since the Bible times, since Egyptian times. And yes, I'm a deep thinker. People say I overthink, oh well, but that's how I feel about Sinners. I feel like whoever wrote that is blaming white people for our problems, and it's not their fault. Like in the movie, the white girl, it's 3 white people trying to get into the juke spot, right? So they like, no, don't come in here, whatever. But at the when you really like watch it, the problem is not with the 3 white people. They already had issues and they just bringing it out. So basically it's like, don't let them in or whatever. And so the white girl, she gets to them and she gets curious, right? So I like that part because what was inside of her to get curious, right? If you know something is the enemy or not for you, why would you go? She walked to them. They didn't walk to her. They came to the spot, but the enemy or the sin, right? I like the title, Sinners. The sin that was in her came to them, right? So I like that part because it's like, it shows you that the devil cannot do anything that you don't allow him to. He didn't just come in the house. They let them in, right? So it shows that earlier in the movie with the guy. They let him in. So I kind of like that, and it kind of reminds me of the Idris Elba movie. I forgot the name of it, but Stephen King wrote it, and that was excellent. Because there's a scene in there where their son, the devil takes over their son, and the mother is like, she's talking to the devil, how did you get in here? He said, you let me in. By dividing yourselves, by not listening to your child, by not, so it was just, I like that part of the movie. But Michael B. Jordan is overrated. He's fine, but I don't like none of his movies. And I just had to say that, like, on my channel. I feel like, yes, you should watch it if you're into stuff like that, but I just couldn't get into it because that's like blaming somebody else for our problems. The black community has issues, and we need to stop blaming other races. It's time for us to look ourselves in the mirror. Why are we divided? We've been divided since the Bible days. The Egyptians had the Jews enslaved for 400 years. That had nothing to do with white people. So all these movies and all this stuff, and oh, it's such a good movie. You like the movie because it promotes racism. It actually does. And I'm all for education. As y'all know, I love me some education, girl. But Sinners, you have to watch it. I feel like it's a good conversation to start up, but you gotta carefully watch the scenes because that girl went up to them. You gotta remember that. She went up to them. So when she did that, whose fault is that? Right? They bit her after, what are you coming up to them for? Something inside of her, right, was attracted to that, right? And then homeboy, right, her ex, which was one of the twins. Michael B. Jordan is playing his own twin. I don't like that. Like, you couldn't find another actor? That's something like, you couldn't find somebody with a real Southern accent? I'm not understanding. And that's why I don't like the Black Panther either. It's fake African accents. You know how many Africans would love to be in a movie that could have auditioned to get the part? They had Angela Bassett playing an African woman. I was not feeling that. I was not feeling it. Sinners is not for me. I did not like it. And those are my thoughts.